What is up, YouTube? Silver Dragons here, and in this video I actually talk with another YouTuber. We'll get to that in a moment, but as the conversation goes on, we end up talking about a way that you can make money off of silver right now. This is not something where you have to wait, 5 or 10 years. You could do this in a day. So this strategy, I think I'm going to do myself. That'll be in a future video, but if you want to hear all about it, stay tuned. Let's go. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Silver Dragons here. Today I'm joined by another YouTuber, a great friend of mine, Spegtacular, the Silverstacular. What's up, Speg? How you doing today, brother?
Hey, Dragons, thanks a lot for getting me on the channel. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. And real quick, I want to shout out your channel before we get too far into this. You're almost to 50,000 subscribers. You're just on the cusp, so if anyone is not subscribed to Spegtacular yet, I'll have a link down below in the description. Make sure you check him out, show him some love over there. But hey, man, I want to talk about the channel. I want to talk about silver. I want to talk about coins. There's like infinite topics. But first, can you just give us a little background? How long you been on YouTube, stuff like that?
I think my channel started technically in 2008, but I really wasn't making a lot of content until some years later. I did some simple, going to the bank, doing some coin roll hunting. And I found like the mother load of like wheat cents in a few of these boxes that I got. Thought it was strange. I was like, man, this is kind of weird. Started going to some forums and I recorded the whole process of me going through these boxes. And I started noticing that my email was getting all these hits from subscribers to my YouTube channel. And I'm thinking like, that's weird. Like, why are people subscribing to me? I'm very boring. And I guess they thought that this was something that doesn't always happen too. All these wheat cents that I was finding in these boxes. Like one box from the bank, like 200 something wheat cents in a few of these boxes, and like multiples. And it helped me to kind of go, wow, people are interested in coins like I am, which I thought I was a nerd, like, boom, I'm some geek that likes coins. And yeah, it blossomed into a YouTube channel. I thought, you know what, let's try something. Let's do something with this. And I kept going. That's how my channel kind of started.
That's awesome. So you talk about coins, you talk about silver, gold, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you've got a kind of a wide array of topics. I mean, I mostly focus on kind of silver and stacking, but you go into like numismatics and that stuff too, right?
Yeah, and like numismatics is as crazy as you want to get. I have books. Here's my hand. It's a whole book, and this is just like one little tiny section of books. There is so much to learn out there. So I try to align myself with like people that have been in the game for a long time, that know numismatics, that are just more familiar with it than me, so I can get some knowledge from them. And that's been really, really helpful to me, is going to these coin shops and stuff with these old time collectors and just picking their brain, man. It's been so awesome to do that. And I recommend that for anybody too. If like you're unsure about numismatics, don't just get into a book. Go to your local place, your local coin dealer. There's plenty of forums out there. Talk to these people that have been doing this for decades longer than you have, and get some information.
So let me ask you this, because a lot of my viewers, they're interested in, stacking silver kind of as like a savings or investment or that type of a thing. Do you feel like coins, like numismatic coins that aren't even maybe made out of silver or gold, do you feel like those are also kind of an investment, or is it mostly just a hobby and for fun? I mean, do you feel like they'll retain their value, or how do you feel about that?
So I'm more of the fence on, like, I think that some of those coins will definitely be good in the future. Some of them, right? Like the really rare ones, like the Fujio cents have been blowing up, and that's not a silver coin. That's an old copper coin. Those kind of things right there are it's going to continue growing. And just as people are interested in the first coin that the United States ever came out with, they're just going to be allured by it and want to go into it. I'm more of a, personally, right? Don't get me wrong. I love the Fujio cents. I love getting cents and non precious metals coins, but silver and gold coins are really, really something I love the most, because I feel like it has more outs. Not only is it a coin, but it also has precious metals value. So if one thing is not doing good, if coins start to take a tank, coin collecting, then you still can rely on the gold content or the silver content of those coins. Morgan dollars is a good example of a silver coin that I'm really into, because it has multiple outs.
Right. So yeah, if no one collects them, like if it's SHTF, World's Ending, whatever, at least you have the silver.
100%. And that's kind of where my mindset is. Get something that has multiple outs, which is why I love junk silver, right? Because it has history. It actually is a coin. It actually has, silver content in it. And to me, that's like, the best. You got silver, you got coins, you got everything. And so you got multiple outs when it comes to junk silver.
Yeah, I love me some junk silver. Hey, here's a question for you. So I stacked a guardhouse box of junk silver dimes and another one of junk silver half dollars. Do you think it would be worth my time to go through and try and find like a rare variety, maybe not even like error, but maybe just like a 16D mercury dime? I mean, do you think I should go through all of my junk silver or just leave it there?
100%. That was one of the first things I did, Dragons, is when I used to go to pawn shops, I would just say like, hey, like, can you show me like your junk silver? And they would have this one pawn shop, man. He had a 5-gallon bucket and it was full to the top, overflowing with nothing but junk silver. And he used to let me go and put that thing on the counter, take a handful, put it on the counter and sort through it. And I was finding key dates and stuff in there. In fact, some of these right here are special coins that I found as I was doing that. This little guardhouse box I had. I found proof Franklin halves. I found, what is this, a 1916 Walking Liberty half dollar. Kind of rough condition, but it's cool to find that stuff. And, as you start getting into numismatics, you can make extra money, man. You go ahead and get a bag of dimes and you find that, that rare dime in there. And you're like, man, this is great. Maybe I'm not a collector of numismatics. Maybe I'm not a coin collector, but I found that dime. I can go sell it and get more silver. I mean, absolutely, you should.
Yeah, well, maybe that'd be a fun video too. Just kind of sorting through it, and there actually are some YouTube channels out there that's kind of primarily what they do. It's kind of like coin roll hunting, I guess, but sort of a different version of it because you're not actually going to the bank and open up the coin rolls. But if you go through all of your junk silver, I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah, right. I don't think it has a name. I think you can make the name up. It's like coin roll hunting, but you're not getting it from the bank. You're just going to, the bullion shops or whatever you go, online places and saying, hey, I want a bunch of mercury dimes, let's say. I'll give you this tip right here. When silver starts going up, and it starts spiking like crazy, right? People sell just about everything they have because they're like, oh, shoot, now's the good time to get out of silver, right? People that don't have a lot of faith in it. And they'll sell just about everything. And that's a great time to buy like junk silver and other coins because people are dumping all of it. And you can find they'll have how people will do sometimes like these little booklets, right? And this is an Indian head cent book, but they'll take all of their dimes that they have like a dime book and just dump them all, right? And there goes that 1911D that's, goes right into the pile. And people have found 1911Ds and other key dates, 1921s, in piles of just junk silver they buy from shops because people are dumping everything just for silver value.
Right, and also if you get it before the shop has time to look through it, like maybe someone just sold, they're like, hey, this just came in 10 minutes ago, we haven't even gone through it. You're like, yep, I'll buy it. That's probably the strategy there, huh?
Yeah, and my shop owner, one of them, he gets so much bullion. I mean, just a ridiculous amount of bullion. He doesn't have time to go through several, $100 or $1,000 bags of dimes. He doesn't have that kind of time. I got that kind of time because I'm a coin nerd. So that's my benefit right there, is being a nerd and having some extra time on my hand to go through somebody else's treasure. And that's a benefit you can find yourself into if you have the time to do it.
If people do find rare coins, where would they sell them? Like, would they take them to their coin shop, or would they sell them on eBay, or what's the best strategy for that?
So, it's somebody that you trust, right? If you want to take it to a coin shop, do you trust that coin shop to give you the right thing? And then do you know enough about numismatics in order to make sure that you have something that is, super valuable? Because I don't want to talk trash about coin shops, but some of them are not on the same page as others. Some are just trying to make a buck off of anybody that comes through that door. But in my opinion, if you can do it, the best thing you can do is get yourself on a coin forum or on some kind of social media outlet, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, where coin collectors have like groups, and, show your piece off there and then go with that. That's like the best place to sell things, in my opinion. Unless you want to go to a coin show, which there should be some in just about every state out there. And, but I think that selling peer to peer on like social media or on forums is going to be your best bet. eBay, you're going to take a hit on that stuff, and I don't know, peer-to-peer, social media, final answer.
All right, great advice. And then as far as like pricing, what do you like, the red book or the gray sheets, or what do you look at?
That's tough too, right? So I just talked trash about eBay, but eBay sold listings, in my opinion, are the best thing you have to go by. And that kind of gives you an up-to-date average of where a coin is selling. Gray sheet, sometimes I can agree with that, but I've seen gray sheet just, it seems like so overinflated on prices. And then of course the red book is terrible on price. I didn't want to talk about that too much because everybody knows the red book pricing is bad, but eBay sold listings kind of gives you a real good idea of where things are. Now, sometimes eBay sold listings will be inflated too, but you know, you just got to kind of trust your judgment a little bit and kind of see and try to get that average of maybe 5 or 6 coins that are very, very close to what you have in your hand.
Well, I will say this, Spegtacular. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. I learned stuff today, and hopefully other people learned how they could make money off silver literally right now. They go through junk silver, find rare coins. So it's always good to get different opinions on things. And I don't want to take up too much of your time. But again, if people want to check out Spegtacular and his channel, link will be down below in the description of the video. Any last things you want to say here before we finish out?
Dragons, first of all, I really appreciate you, getting me on your channel. And, it's been a long time, right? We've talked for quite a while, and just doing this now is, I'm very thankful that you have always been there to talk to and just get some ideas from, and always appreciate that. I will say, just really quick as I'm going, is that, people didn't believe that I could make money on numismatics, and my wife was included. I'm going to whisper that right now, but I actually showed her. I was like, I took some coins that I got from one shop and literally drove down the road to another shop and sold them for about 4 times what I paid. And just to prove to her, like, you can do it. You can make money on numismatics just like that if you know what you're looking for.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm glad it worked out for you. Wish you all the best with your channel. We're going to push you over 50,000 subscribers here, so that'll be a great landmark for you. Have a great day, Spegtacular.
You too, Dragons. Thanks so much.
All right, and thank you all so much for watching. Silver Dragons is out.
I don't know how you do it. One of these things.
Something like that.
The Wild West.